Good afternoon, everybody. Today is March 23, 2022. Today our lecture is Vipassanā, part of Purification. Samadhi is about the concentration, part 62. So before starting the lecture, we pay respect to the Buddhas in Namo Tassa in 3 times, please. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Thank you very much for watching. Today we continue explaining about the special quality of the Buddha, Loka Vidu. So Buddha know the world. The world meaning is Loka in Pali is very, very deep meaning, wide meaning. So we have to explain more detail. So last week we studied a little bit about the Loka Vidu. So Loka, that meaning is just our body and mind. The Buddha mentioned that with the deity, his name is the Lohitas. So here continue Pali verses like this: Kamane na patabo. Kamane na means by going. Kamana is a going. By going meaning is by going with your supernatural power, or you are by going with the spaceship or some kind of machine, with some kind of machine. Not patabo. Patabo should be rich. Na means no. Cannot reach. Where? Lokasando. Lokasa ando. Lokasando means lokasa ando. So to combine these two words, lokasa meaning is, loka is here is sankhara loka. We say in Pali is three kind of loka: sankhara loka, okasa loka, satta loka. So three kind. We will learn later more detail about these three kinds. So here sankhara loka, one of them. Sankhara lokasa. Lokasa here is sankhara loka meaning is our body and mind, mentality and materiality. Nama and Rupa is for everybody. They have these two things. So these two things is individual world. These Nama and Rupa, mentality and materiality totally depend on the condition. So that's why Sankhara Loka. Sankhara means it depend on the condition. Yeah, without condition, they cannot rise. They cannot appear. So all the time, they depend on the many conditions. That's why this kind of war is we call Sankhara Loka. Yeah, Sankhara Loka. Sankhara is we need to do many conditions. So Ando is and. Ando is and. So Lokasa Ando means Lokasa Ando means and to the end of the Sankhara Loka cannot reach by going with the machine or by going with the some kind of spaceship or special supernatural power or any going. Kudachana. Kudachana means at any time. Kudachana. At any time, at any kind of going with the power or with the power machine or other things, you cannot reach the end of the Sankhara Loka, the end of the mentality and materiality. That meaning. Kamane na patabo loka santo kutachana. And then nacha apatwa. Nacha apatwa. Apatwa is patwa is rich. Apatwa is not rich, not reaching. Lokanda. Lokanda means loka anda. Loka anda is kind of similar. The end of the wall, end of the Sankhara Loka. If you not reach the end of the Sankhara Loka, dukkha ati pamochana. Dukkha means from suffering, from many kind of suffering. Dukkha. So from many kind of suffering, pamochana. Pamochana is mochana. Mochana is freedom. So the meaning dukkha pamochana means to be free from many kind of suffering. So you need to combine na and ati here. Na ati. Na ati means nothing. So that meaning is if you cannot reach the end of the Sankhara Loka, you have nothing doing to be free from many kind of suffering. Yeah. So that meaning the Buddha mentioned. So Buddha mentioned you cannot go the end of the Sankhara Loka. You cannot go by going. But if you cannot reach the end of the Sankhara Loka, you are never ever free from any kind of suffering. So how we can go to the end of the Sankhara Loka? But here, that's sama, Hawaii, not half. No? Hawaii, Pali is Hawaii, not half. English is we have. But Hawaii. Hawaii is actually. Hawaii is actually. That's sama is therefore. Therefore means for that reason. For that reason is a previous sentence. So it's saying if you cannot reach the end of the Sankhara Loka, you are never ever free from suffering. For that reason, actually, Loka we do sumedo. Sumedo is su is very well. Su Meda is with the person who has a wisdom. Meda is wisdom. Sumeda. Sumeda is the wise person. That meaning Direct meaning is a Sumeda is a white person. So Pali Sumeda Pandita, sometimes Pali Pandita. Pandita also the wise person. Lokawidu. Lokawidu is knowing the war, knowing the many various kind of war. Here is war. Loka war is English translation is not very deep meaning. But Pali Loka here is three kind of Loka. That meaning that's why we call here is various kind of war, various kind of three kind of Sankhara Loka. Sankhara Loka is a the formation war. Formation war meaning is a depend on many conditions. These kind of war is our body and mind, not the other thing. Everybody has a body and mind. This is everybody has a war. Their individual war. Everybody. And then the Okasa Loka is a universe. In the universe, many different place. The living beings stay in that place. So this place is we call Okasa Loka. Okasa is a place. And then Satta Loka. Satta Loka is a various kind of living being. In the universe, various kind of living being. We cannot count how many. We cannot count. Even though in the ocean, that kind of animal is various kind, isn't it? So this is we call Satta Loka. Satta is a living being. So living being war, Satta Loka, Okasa Loka is the place war, the kind of the place the living being stay, and then the Sankhara Loka is the condition. The condition depending the Nama and Rupa is we call Loka, Sankhara Loka. So the wise person, here wise person means a Buddha, not the other person. Now the other person can understand these three kind of war. So only Buddha, the wise person, here we call Sumedo in Pali, Lokawidu. Lokawidu is understanding the three kinds of war. Widu is knowing or understanding, fully understanding, detailed understanding. We can say like this. And then Lokandaku. Lokandaku is a Loka Anta. Gu is a Gu is a Kata. Kata changing Gu. So three was Loka, Anta, and Gu. Lokandaku. So Loka is a three, the Sankhara Loka here. Anta is and or the Sankhara Loka. Gu is a reach or going. Going meaning is reaching the an or the Sankhara Loka. Usita Brahmacharyo. Usita. Usita is a practice. Usita is fully practice, not partially practice. Everything finish of the practicing. That means Usita. Brahmacharya is a kind of the Brahmacharya is noble eightfold path. Hariyamaka noble eightfold path is four stages: Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Nagami, and Arahant. So here Brahmacharya is a practice. The person who practice the kind of the Eightfold Noble Path fully practice. So that person we call Usita Brahmacharyo. Okay. So the meaning is you can go the end of the Sankhara Loka by practicing Eightfold Noble Path only, not the other way. Not the other way. Only Eightfold Noble Path. No? Eightfold Noble Path is very popular in the teaching of Buddha. Okay, and then Lokasa Anda. Lokasa is a Sankhara Loka, Anda is and. Anda is and. Samitawi. Samitawi is Samita is the Samita is very calm down because of without manda defilement, kilesa. The person who don't have a kilesa, that person is very calm and peaceful. Everybody want to be peaceful, but if that person cannot eradicate the manda defilement, kilesa, that person is not possible to be calm and peaceful. Because Achilles make a problem, isn't it? Achilles manda defilement is the source of the all kind of problem in our society, all settings, in the politics, in the social, in the economical, many settings. All kind of problems stemming from the manda defilement. So if you want to be calm and peaceful, you need to remove all manda defilement by yourself. So here Samitawi means that the person who eradicate or destroy all manda defilement, so that person, Samitawi, is very calm and peaceful. So Samitawi meaning is that meaning. Very calm and peaceful person. Or the other meaning is, calm and peaceful is because he understands the Four Noble Truth, isn't it? Four Noble Truth is very important. So, that meaning also included, isn't it? Anyway, here, Nyatwa. Yeah. Nyatwa. Nyatwa is a nya, is a understanding. Understanding Four Noble Truth. Okay, and then Nasi Sati. Nasi Sati meaning na Asi Sati. Na is a not. Asi Sati meaning is want. So Nasi Sati is not want. Want. Nasi Sati means not want. What kind of? Lokasmin Paranchati. Oh, Lokamima. Sorry. Lokamima. Loka Ima. Yeah. Loka Ima. Lokang Ima. Lokam plus Ima is a Loka Mima. To combine these two words, Loka Mima is if you separate Lokang Ima. So Ima means Iman Lokang. So we reverse when we translate Pali like this. Iman Lokang. Iman Lokang means this wall. Iman means this law, this wall. This wall means this present life. Yeah, not the other thing. This present life and parancha. Parancha, parang is other. Other parancha lokan, other loka. Other loka is other life. Other life means next life, isn't it? So this life, next life, no one. That person, yeah, because he understands all kind of life, this life or future, next life or whatever, we will get the namarupa, mentality and materiality only. So mentality and materiality always depend on the many, many conditions. So that is very, very suffering. Like the person who the the severe disease and then he lying down on the bed, he cannot move, he cannot eat properly himself. Everybody need to do for him everything to eat, to go to the stand, sitting, all kind of action he can't do himself. He depend on the other all the time. So that person, you can imagine how much suffering he has. Like this, our nama and rupa, materiality and mentality is always depend on the condition. That's why our body and mind nama rupa is suffering, so suffering. Like the the patient who are totally depend on the other person. You can imagine like this. That's why the person who understand the kind of suffering, understanding the meaning is full noble truth, the truth of suffering, the cause or the truth of suffering, and then the full noble truth is the dukkha satya, dukkha samudaya satya, dukkha niyora satya, dukkha niyora gamini paribuddha satya. So three, four kind of. So understanding that kind of thing, that person never ever want this life and the next life because same this life and next life same we will get the suffering only because body and mind. We will get body and mind. Any kind of life in the future, in the past, and the right now, all the time same. Not the other things. We call life, but life is just nama and rupa, body and mind, not the other thing. Not the other thing. So here the person who understanding Four Noble Truth and he eradicate all kind of mandatory defilement kilesa. So he never ever want to get this life and next life. He never want. He don't want. He doesn't want. He doesn't want all the time. Oh no. That's just suffering. So that's why in the Pritchasmupara Buddha said, Kevalas dukkha khandasa. Ivamitas kevalas dukkha khandasa samudaya. Just the kevalas means not including, not purely. Purely. Clearly, purely means just suffering. Yeah. Dukkha khandasa. The group of suffering. Kevalas dukkha khandasa. Samudaya just arises. Samudaya means depend on the condition, require condition. Like a patient who the patient depend on all other person, like that kind of suffering. So the understanding like this and don't want that kind of life, that person is we call lokandaku. Here, lokandaku. Loka and rich to anarchy. War. Sankhara loka. So then person understanding the Nibbana. Nibbana and seeing the Nibbana, understanding the Nibbana. So that meaning here, loka is sankhara loka. Okay? So sankhara loka, English translation, formation. Formation, they translate like this, formation war. The formation war is, that meaning is the two kind of things, nama and rupa, mentality and materiality, because these two things are all the time, always depend on many conditions. That's why, yeah. So loka is here. You need to understand loka means just Pali translation. Loka is a lojati plojati loko. Lojati plojati means lojati is the kind of arising and disappearing just like this. Lojati loco. Loka is just disappearing and disappearing. That's kind of process. That kind of process. Any kind of loka. Sankhara loka also the process rising and disappearing. Okasa loka also rising and disappearing. Yeah. And Satta loka also rising and disappearing. Not the other thing. So Pali loka meaning is like the lojati, plojati. Lojati is arising, plojati is disappearing. So we will learn in later this one motite. Okay. So here in the translation, that kind of verses stick actually impossible to reach by traveling the war and the wars and the wars here is a sankhara loka. But there is no escape, no freedom from the suffering, pain or suffering. Until the war end has been reached, the person never ever escape from the suffering. Suffering means various kind of pain, isn't it? So it is sake, a knower of the war. Sake here is a sumira. Sumira. The knower of the war is a loka we do. Who get the war arms? It is he here mentioned Buddha, not the other person. Whose life divine is life out to his time. He is at peace who war and has known. Yet peace means because he has no mental defilement, so that's why he all the time he is at peace. And hope for neither the war, this war, and this war is this life, or the next war or next life. Never ever hope. That means don't want. Don't want. Because understanding, yeah. Because understanding the nature of the body and mind, nature of the body and mind is totally dependent on all kind of condition, many condition, That is great suffering. Yeah. Okay, and we go to another kind of loka. Explain Pali like this: apicca. Apicca, furthermore, tayo loka. Tayo is three kind. Tayo. Loka is a war. Loka. War. So war, we need to understand three kind of war. But English translation, English war is just we understanding war is our art as the planetary system in the universe. We know that, but Pali is more deep. War is here is play. Tayo three kind. Number one, Sankhara loco. Sankhara loco. I already told you, Sankhara is we totally depend on many conditions. That's mean is Sankhara. Sankhara. Loka is kind of the arising and disappearing process. So this is our body and mind. This loka is not the other loka. Everybody has a body and mind, namarupa. This is a loka for everybody. Not the other thing. Just our body and mind is our loka. This loka is we call sankhara loka. Namarupa. Yeah. Sankhara loka means a namarupa. And then satta loka. Satta is a living being. So living being in the world, in the universe, many kind of living being. So that kind of loka, that kind of war we call satta loka. Yeah. And then okasa loka. Okasa loko ti, okasa loko iti. Okasa is a place, the place or plane. Yeah. So we 31 existence, we call in the universe there are 31 kind of existence. Yeah. So Kama Sugati is 11, Dukati is 4. So altogether, Kama Sugati is 7. And 4 Kama Dukati is 4. So altogether 11. Kama plane is 11 kind of plane. And Rupa Loka is Rupa Brahma. Rupa Brahma Loka is 20. Yeah, 20. So altogether 31. 20 and 11, 31. 31 is it's Augasta Loka we call here. So explain modity. Tata. Tata means refer to these three kind of loka. Tata means in these three kind of loka, ego one. Ika is one. Ego loco. One kind of loka. So Buddha understands more deep detailed understanding. So here Ikaloka is Sabbe Satta. Sabbe Satta is all kind of living being. Ahara Titika. Ti. Ahara Titika iti. Ahara is nutrition, ahara, or food. Nutrition in the food. Ahara Titika is the depend on the nutrition, depend on the ahara. So ahara is bring something. Ahara Bali meaning is bringing something. Yeah. So all kind of living being, we need to understand that ahara is not just only the food. The nutrition in the food is one kind of ahara, is rupa ahara, material ahara. But we have to understand immaterial ahara, nama ahara. Nama ahara is a phasahara. Phasa is one kind of ahara for our mind. Yeah. The nutrition for our mind is phasahara and mano sanchetanahara, chetana, volition, and vinyanahara. Vinyana is the consciousness. So that's why here mentioned ahara is not only material, but also the immaterial ahara, immaterial nutrition. So nutrition for the body and nutrition for the mind. So this is if you want to understand the loka, this is one kind of loka. very shortly, because all living beings, they depending on these two kind of nutrition for the body and nutrition for the mind. Yeah, that's why when Buddha said like this, ego loko sabbe satta haratitikadi agamanatthane. Agamanatthane means the Buddha the explain. Buddha explained in that way. Agamanatthane. Buddha explained in that way. All kind of living being depend on the two kind of nutrition for the body and for the mind. Yeah, this is one kind of loka. This is one kind of loka. So this is what kind of loka? One kind of loka means here is sankhara loko, veditavo. You should know that kind of loka. That kind of loka is a sankhara loka. Yeah, all body and mind depend on these nutrition, isn't it? Nutrition for the body and nutrition for the mind, because we have body and mind. That's why. In that way, Buddha is playing one kind of loka, all living beings depend on the two kind of nutrition for the body and for the mind. That kind of loka we call sankhara loka. Because of nama and rupa, isn't it? So sankhara loko we tap in that way, and then sasato loko di wa. So sasato means eternal. Eternal. E-T-E-R-N-A-L, eternal. Eternal meaning is the all the permanent, everything is permanent. Yeah. Eternal meaning is everything's permanent. So the right now the other mostly they say heaven is eternal. Heaven. They say heaven is all the time, permanently. Never ever disappear. That kind of sasato meaning, that kind of meaning. Sasato logo is somebody they think some kind of plane is like heaven is eternal. Heaven is all the time. Permanently. Yeah. Sasato logo diwa, like this. This is not true, but they think like their view is like this. Their view. And then asasato lokodi wadi. Ancestor is the opposite of the impermanent. This is a kind of the not eternal, impermanent. So the meaning is right now mostly people they don't believe in this life. That kind of person their view is like this. This life is the last. They don't accept the next life. They don't believe in the next life. So that kind of person view is asasato logo. Uh, uh. So Agamanathani in this explaining in that explaining that the kind of loka is satta loka. Satta. Because they think that person view is sasata or asasata or whatever, the view is the thing satta, living being. But actually, living being is just we call by the panyati. Panyati. In reality, living being, everybody has body and mind. So there's no living being, just body and mind, actually. But that person, they think there's a satta, there's a living being. Isn't it? But Buddha never ever said this. Satta is just we say, just panyati, conventional truth. Is a true, but conventional truth, not ultimate truth. Not ultimate truth. Anyway, so the person who view like this loka, that kind of loka is a satta loka. So satta, living being, satta is not actually is existing. Just satta is, we call satta living being because that living being has body and mind. If there is no body and mind, we can say satta. Okay, and then Yavata. Yavata Chandi Masuriya. Chandima is, Chandima. Chanda is a moon. Chanda is a moon. Because at nighttime, the living being, they want the light. At the nighttime, there's no sun, so they want the light. So, the Chanda is the witch. Oh, we want light. So at the time, moon coming out. That's why Pali saying moon is Chanda because of the living being want at night time. Chanda, okay, and Surya. Surya is a sun. Pali Surya is very meaning is very definition very good. But I don't know English sun is what come from the original what. But Pali is very meaningful. Surya means when the person see the sun, the person emotion the mentality the kind of the brave, in this country, even though the northern area, they see the sun less in the winter time. They got the depression because of they didn't see the sun. So sun make a brave for the mind. That's meaning is Surya Pali. Yeah. If we didn't see the sun, our minds depression going down. So the brave, mentally brave get from the kind of powers we get from this sun. So we call in Pali, sun is Surya. Anyway, so in the universe, in the one kind of universe, sun is main, isn't it? In the universe, sun is give the energy. All the planetary system running properly, the planetary system, sun give many power, isn't it? So moon also, moon gave the moon is a different kind of moon in the plant. Yeah. So here in the wall, our art, there's a one moon and one the sun is in in our universe system. So anyway, Chandi Masuriya Pariharandi. Pariharandi means Parihara is kind of the rotation. Yeah, in the universe, all planets floating in the in the sky, isn't it? Rotation. The Surya sun is in the center of the universe. The other planets go around the sun, isn't it? So that meaning here Pariharandi meaning is rotation. Rotation. So Yavata is the kind of the place, the life of Sam and moon rotation. These are Bandi. Disa is the direction. Disa. Bandi means bar is lighting. Bandi. Virocha mana. Yeah, Virocha mana is the kind of the light from the sun and moon. Virocha mana. The light from the sun and moon, the direction, all direction. Bandi meaning is brighting, isn't it? That's Dawa. In those places, Sahasada. Sahasa is kind of the 1,000. Sahasa. Sahasada is 1,000 kind of loka. Whoa. So the meaning is 1,000 universe. Universe, many universe. Not only our universe, but also many different universe. We don't know. So right now, because of technology, they go to the universe and discover some living being like this with the spaceship. Anyways, the Buddha said 1,000 universe is a local here loka. The what was sorted. Would Vaso is a kind of the supernatural power. Vaso. Vaso is a with the kind of supernatural power. What the D is the spreading the supernatural power in those universe, the 1,000 universe. So this loka is we call Okasa loka, not the other loka. So that kind of loka is we call Okasa loka. Yeah. Okay, so English translation here like this. Moreover, there are three kind of war. The war of formation, this is a Sankhara loka. And then the war of living being, is a Satta loka. And then the war of location. And location is a Okasa loka. The English translation like this. The war of formation is Sankhara loka. The war of living being is Satta loka. The war of location is Sankhara loka. The Okasa loka. So here in this passage, one war, all being subsist by nutrition, the war of formation to be understood in that kind of war. And then in the passage, the war is eternal or the war is not eternal. And this is a war is of being. Wars of being is Satta Loka. Here. And then in the passage, as far as moon and sun do circulate, shining and lighting up the four directions, east, north, south, west, over the 1,000 times as great a war. So your power is a supernatural power, not original power. Supernatural power hold and questionable was way. So that's kind of why we call Okasa Doka. Okay, so here Pali Agatatane Okasa Loko. In that passage, in that mention, Loka is Okasa Loka. Okay. So anyway, Okasa Loka is a kind of the universe. We have to understand. Okasa Loka. Okay. Tampi Bhagawa. Tampi meaning is in that kind of Loka. Tam means refer to the Loka. That kind of Loka means three kind of Loka. Sankhara Loka, Saddha Loka, Okasa Loka. Bhagawa, Buddha, Sabbata, in all way, already, he knows. So the Buddha, the meaning is a Buddha know all kind of war. Sankhara Loka, Saddha Loka, and Okasa Loka. Buddha very know. Sankhara Loka, Buddha explain all kind of Sankhara. In Abhidhamma, Buddha explain. Isn't it? So mind is 89 kind of mind. Manda feather is 52 kind of manda feathers. So Buddha is playing the Sankhara Loka is more today, isn't it? So Buddha know very well. We didn't see the Buddha. We don't understand that kind of thing. We have no chance to listening the what, the Chittasika like this. Anyway, so that's why here Buddha is we call Loka we do. So try to explain to understand that Loka we do meaning is Buddha understand all three kind of Loka: Sankhara Loka, Okasa Loka, Saddha Loka, and Okasa Loka. Okay. Okay, so Tata. Tata is this kind of talking is hissa. Hissa he asa. He means explain mutiti. Asa means is Buddha. Ego, logo. This is what we already. Sabi, satta, ahara, titika. Buddha mentioned. Because Buddha knew the Sankhara Loka. So Sankhara Loka, all Sankhara Loka is depend on the ahara, nutrition, for the body and for the mind. This is it. Loka. And another Loka. Dve Loka. Dve Loka is a two kind of Loka. Buddha teaches analytical way. So very briefly, one Loka. One Loka is Sankhara Loka, body and mind depend on the nutrition for body and nutrition for the mind. This is one Loka. And Dve Loka, two kind of Loka. If you want, yeah, it's possible to explain. What is this? Namancha, Upancha. Namancha means consciousness, chitta, and Chittasika, manifest, Namancha. Rupancha is a material, isn't it? Nama and Rupa. So Nama is one kind of loka, Rupa is another kind of loka. So Dve Loka, two kind of loka. So Buddha explained in that way also. So many loka to explain. Isn't it? And then Tayo Loka. Tayo means three. Loka is a kind of the Loka war. Three kind of war here Buddha mentioned. They saw Vedana. Feeling. Three kind of feeling. Three kind of feeling. Pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, and neutral feeling. In Pali is some Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, Adukkha Masukha Vedana. Three kind of feeling is three kind of war. And then Chattaro Loka. Four kind of Loka. The Buddha explained another four kind of Loka. Four kind of Loka means the Chattaro Ahara. Four kind of Ahara. One is for the material, nutrition for the body, material ahara. And then Nama ahara is Phasahara, Mano Sanchedana ahara, and Vijnana ahara. Three kind of ahara is nutrition for the mind. Nutrition for the mind is a phasa, contact. So without contact, we have no feeling. Because Brichasmubara, Phasa Pachaya, Vedana, isn't it? So here ahara means phasa bring something. Phasa bring something meaning is phasa bring vedana, feeling. So we have feeling because of there's a phasa. If you don't have a phasa, you don't have a feeling. That's why when you take up your tooth at the time, kind of the injection, you have no feeling when you take up your tooth at the time because of cut off the phasa. No phasa, no feeling. You don't know what happened. It's a material. It's a physically they make it because of the source of phasa. Phasa together, many conditions, nama and rupa is together dependent. So that's why the cut in the material physically cut off, so then you don't know, so that you have no feeling. Also operation cut your body somewhere. At the time the unconscious, at the time is not just like a two. That's a more long time, 2 hour, 3 hour, or up to many hour. But it's limited. Many hour you cannot do that. If you do, you will die. It's a limited. Yeah. Also, the Buddha mentioned you can cut off the kind of consciousness, cut off by the power or mental power, but also limited. For human beings, 70. So Nirasmapati is kind of that. You know Nirasmapati? Nirasmapati means just you have no mind and no phassa, no vedana. Just running kamacharupa and udajarupa and aharajarupa. Three kind of material running. The stop, just temporarily stop the mind, consciousness, and the feather stop. And the Chittija Rupa also stop at the time. This is a mental, the empowerment mind. You can stop the phassa. So no phassa, no feeling, all kind of mentality, no, at the time. During up to 7 days for the human being and for the deity, but Brahma, they can do whatever they want because they don't depend on the nutrition, material nutrition. But that kind of power is for the Nagami Arahant only. Not all Nagami Arahant, they need kind of the jhana power also. Anyway, so the here Chattaro Loka is a Chattaro Ahara. Yeah, 4 kind of nutrition. And Pancha Loka. 5 kind of Loka. Pancha Loka, 5 kind of Loka is a Penchu Para Nekanda. Pancha is a 5. Uparanekana is the attachment to the group of aggregate. And then Cha Loka, 6 kind of Loka. Cha Loka means a Cha Ichatikani. Oh, yeah. Ayatanani. 6 kind of ayatana, Ichatika ayatana, not Bahiya. So ayatana is 12, 6 is inside, Ichatika is inside, Bahiya is outside. So Chakayatana, Sodayatana, Ganayatana, Jivayatana, Kayayatana, Manayatana. This is kind of ayatana is Ichatika ayatanas. Yeah, this is a 6 kind of loka. Yeah. So that's why the deity come to the Buddha and asks, Buddha, what is a loka? The deity asks to the Buddha. So Buddha mentioned, oh deity, the loka is not the other thing. The loka is just ayatana. Buddha said like this. There's no ayatana, no loka. Yeah. We have a Chakayatana, we can connect with the outside. Without these 6 kind of ayatana, no loka. Loka is nothing. It's absolutely true. That's why the Buddha mentioned like this. So depend on the listener, the Buddha mentioned different kind of loka, isn't it? Depend on the listener who can understand the Dharma. So that's why. Okay, and then Satta Loka, 7 kind of Loka. 7 kind of Loka is not the other thing. Satta Vinyanati Tiyo. So Vinyanatiti is a little bit more different to understand. Vijnana is Vijnana is a mind consciousness. So our mind consciousness, different living being has a different Vijnana. Then Vijnana is we call Patisandi Vijnana. Patisandi Vijnana is, for example, human being. We know human being is human being. We know, but the Patisandi, the Vijnana is different. Even though living being, some living being Patisandi Vijnana is Mahavipaka Chitta, with the Mahavipaka Chitta is a Rasada mind, great Rasada mind. But some for example, the person who are born as some deficiency, like blind or something like this, disabled person is born. So that person is Ahituka Vipaka, rootless Rasada mind with the Patisandi Chitta is revert consciousness is different. Just generally we say, oh, human being, but it's not same. So here Buddha mentioned like that. Vijnana Titiyo means that kind of thing. Different living being has a different kind of Patisandi. Very interesting, animal. Animal has a different kind, many, isn't it? But all animal has same Patisandi. Only one. Ayatuka Akusala Vipaka Chitta is we learn in chapter 1 Chitta. Ubakha Sakata Santirana Chitta. Ahituka Vipaka Akusala. Ahituka Akusala Vipaka, a wholesome Rasada mind. Ubakha Sakata, natural feeling. Santirana, investigating consciousness, is a kind of rebirth consciousness for all kind of animal. All kind of animal has many different the body and different the shape, form, many kind. But say only one, Patisandi Vijnana. And also the in hell also say. So 4 woeful plane has only one kind of Patisandi. Say animal, hell, hungry ghost, and demon. 4 kind of 4 woeful plane. Hell, animal, hungry ghost, and demon. 4. These are only one kind. Same kind of the Patisandi Chitta, rebirth consciousness. Very interesting.
쌤 파티산인데 어떻게 4군데로 가? 한 군데로 가? 사업자가 쌤 파티산들이잖아. 쌤이면 그냥 한 군데만 있어야지 왜 4군데?
정신은 제가 틀리죠.
Different karma.
Karma is different, but The Rasadama is Akusala Vipaka is the same. Karma is maybe Akusala is a many different kind, killing or stealing or but these are Akusala. Killing or stealing or whatever, this is Akusala, unwholesome. So unwholesome Rasadama is the same. Yeah. So yeah, Vijnana Titiyo is we have to learn in more detail later because here explain many. We have to explain. This is just an example we mentioned. That Brahma also. Brahma is a first jhana. Brahma. They have a different. They have a different body, but they have a one kind of the rebirth consciousness. But it's anicca also. But the plane is different. The body is different. So many different. Anyway, so here Saddha Loka is a Saddha Vijnana Titiyo. Okay, and then Atta Loko, eight kind of Loka. Eight kind of Loka means Atta Loka Dhamma. You know Loka Dhamma? Loka Dhamma, many times we mention 4 Loka Dhamma is good, 4 Loka Dhamma is not good. Labo, alabo. Labo, you getting something like a good salary or like the properties. Alaba is sometimes you didn't get it. Lava, alaba. And then yasa, ayasa. Yasa is sometimes you have a lot of family member, friend, but sometimes you're lonely. Alaba, ayasa. Ayasa is sometimes no friends, no family, that kind of. This is a Loka Dhamma. We call Loka Dhamma as a natural worldly condition, situation. Yasa ayasa and Nainda Pasansa. Nainda is a blame. Sometimes you got blame. Pasansa is sometimes you got praise. Everybody praise you. Oh, you're very good. Like this. Sometimes because of you happen like this. Play. Naina, Pasansa, and Sukha Dukkha. Sometimes you have happiness, Sukha. But sometimes Dukkha, suffer. So 4 are good, 4 are not good. So the 8 kind of Dharma is a Loka. 8 kind of Loka in the world. Okay. And then Nawa Loka, 9 kind of Loka. Nawa Loka is a Nawa Sattavasa. Sattavasa means Satta is a living being, Avasa is a place, living place. 9 kind of living place. Yeah. So this one also, yeah, we have to discuss in more detail later. Here's if you discuss this one is more. We need to take a time. And then Dasa Loka, 10 kind of Loka. Dasa Yatanani. Dasa Yatanani is the here Adana is 12, isn't it? 12 is kind of Adana is here 10 kinds. So here 10 kinds means Chakana, Sodana, Kanana, Chinwayana, Kaya Yadana, Nominatana, and Rupadana, Sadharana, Kandana, Rasayana, Podavana. 10. Okay? Nominatana and Tamarana. except manana, dhamana, the other material adana is we call here that.
Uno and Dhamma.
Okay, and then dvarasa. Dvarasa is 12 kind of loka. It's a dvarasa adana, 12 kind of adana. Not the other than 12 kind of adana. Okay, and then atarasa loka, 18 kind of loka. Atarasa loka is a atarasa daduyo element. Atarasa daduyo 18 kind of element means Chaku dadu, soda dadu, kana dadu, chingwa dadu, kaya dadu, and rupa dadu, sada dadu, ganda dadu, rasa dadu, purava dadu 10. And then we have Chakuvinyana dadu. This is Chakuvinyana, the consciousness. Chakuvinyana dadu, soda vinyana dadu, kana vinyana dadu, chingwa vinyana dadu, kaya vinyana dadu, mano dadu, mano vinyana dadu. So ayam, idi ayam, these kind of loka, sankhara lokopi, sankhara loka also, sabata, all the way, vidito, Buddha no. Vidito is a no. No means who know, Buddha no. Okay? Okay, so we go to the English translation here. So this is a wall location. The Buddha, Blessed One, has known that in all way too. So likewise, because of the wall, one wall, all living beings subsist by the nutrition. Two wall meaning is a mentality and materiality. Three wall meaning is a three kind of feeling. Four wall meaning is a four kind of nutrition. Five wall meaning is a five kind of aggregate as an object of clinging, upadana. Six kind of wall, six internal base. Seven wall means seven station of the consciousness, and eight wall means eight wally stages. Nine wall meaning is a nine abode of the being, living being. And then 10 kind of wall meaning is a 10 kind of base. So 10 kind of base is only material base, not the mental. And then 12 kind of wall means all 12 adana bases. And then 18 wall means 18 elements, dhatu. So all of these we call Sankhara Loka, this wall or the formation was known to him. To him means to the Buddha in all ways. So Buddha know all way kind, these kind. Loka, Sankhara Loka. So Sankhara Loka also many. If you make analysis like this, Sankhara Loka is one wall nutrition, two wall namarupa, three wall three kind of feeling. Like this, many explain. The Buddha know in that way. So here's just mentioned just an example. I think Buddha know more than that way. Many kind. Okay. So we go to the next one is Yasama Panesa. Pana Esa. Pana in the other way. Esa is a Buddha. Sabbe Sambi. Sabbe Sambi means all. Sabbe Sambi Sadhana, all kind of living being also. Asayam. Asayam meaning is kind of. Asaya is a kind of the kind of they want something more than the other. Asaya. Asayam janati. So asaya is a tendency. Tendency is so habit, kind of habit. Kind of habit, yeah. Asya is a kind of habit, yeah. So different person has a different habit. The Buddha know that kind of, or that person has that kind of habit. That person has that kind of habit. So like this, Buddha knows.
Habitual.
Habit. Asya, Pali Asya. Charita is different. Charita is different. Charita and asaya, Vasana. Vasana habit is kind of the Vasana. Vasana is Pali, in Pali. Yeah. So Vasana, asaya is same. So the kind of the habit. And then Anusaya. Anusaya is the tendency. Anusaya. Anusayan janati. Anusayan janati. Anusaya. Tendency. Janati is a know. So the Buddha know the different kind of tendency. Tendency means a kind of the, I think the talent. Kind of the talent. Tendency, talent. And charita. Charita janati. Charita is temperament. Charita janati. Temperament. And then a demoting janati. Demoting is very difficult to
아디모카.
아니.
근데 그게 나오는데 조심. 아디모카.
Demoka is yeah, but here usage is different. Demoka we use demoka as a kind of the freedom, free from the demoting is kind of the our mind toward something. So, for example, two persons sitting on the couch and then watching the TV. So TV has the picture, sound, and then that person, two person is watching the TV. Some person catch a sound fast. Some person catch sound the picture fast. Not saying because of the tendency, because of the mind toward that kind of object fast. Is we call it a demoting. So some person mind is all the time toward the good thing. Some person mind all the time toward the bad thing. So maybe nowadays we say, oh, that person is all the time positive. Positive. That person is a negative person. This we say like this. This is here demoting. Yeah. So Buddha know the person mind going usually to the good that person mind going to the bad, then Buddha knows. Yeah. So this is only Buddha understand in that way. Even though Sariputta don't understand. That's why Sariputta pupil, young pupil, Sariputta think all young person attachment is too strong. So Asubha Bhavana, the Sariputta gave to his pupil, but he cannot understand. He cannot concentration. But Buddha just create the very golden lotus flower because of his past life. He is a goldsmith. So every day he look at the gold color. So his mind like this. So Buddha know the way, demoting jhana. So only Buddha understand that way. The other person cannot. That's why we call Buddha is a Savinyutta. Everything know. Sapa is everything. New is a no. Savinyutta. Okay, and then Aparechaki. Aparechaki. Appa is a little. Little Appa is. Raja. Raja is a kind of the impurity, kind of the kilesa. Here is mentioned the kilesa. Ekha. Appa, Raja, Ekha. Three words combined here. Appa is a little. Raja is the impurity or the manda defilement. Ekha is wisdom eye. Wisdom eye. So not directly eye, the eye. Wisdom is like an eye. Yeah. So here Appa Rajaki meaning is the pausing who has a little manda defilement in the wisdom eye. So that person is easy to attain the enlightenment because little manda defilement in the wisdom eye. But the other person, Maharajaki, isn't it? Maha is a many. Raja is a manda defilement. Ekha is the wisdom eye. Yeah, that person, many manda defilement in the wisdom eye. That person is very difficult to attain the enlightenment. So Buddha understand. Buddha know. Oh, that person like this. That person is like this. He knows. The other person can't. And then Tikhindriya. Tikha. Indriya. Two words combined. Tikhindriya and Tikha Indriya. Tikha is very Tikha is very strong. Tikha means strong. Indriya is the kind of the faculty. Faculty. So very strong faculty, like a Satendriya, Satendriya, Panyendriya. We learn in the chapter 7 or 8. I think the chapter 7 or 8. In the Abhidhamma, Indriya. Indriya is Satendriya, Sada, confident. And the Satendriya is the mindfulness, Sati. Satendriya and Vidya is effort. Vidya is effort faculty. So faculty is many kinds. So that kind of faculty. The Kendriya is very strong, confident, Sada, very strong, Sati. mindfulness, very strong viriya, and then very strong panya punyendri. So that person, that meaning is that person easy to attain the enlightenment, easy to understand the noble truth. And then the other person is different person, Mudendriya. Muda Indriya. Buddha is opposite of the Deka. Not strong. That person very dull, very not easy to understand something. The two person learning one thing, one person easy to understand, the other person is very difficult to understand. So that person we call Mudendriya. So in the world, there's different kind of person like this. Buddha know, or that person that kind of so understand Buddha. That's why Buddha exactly, or I can teach them, or I cannot teach them. He know exactly. And then swakari. Swakari. Swakari means a soup akari. Soup means very well. Soup. Akara is a kind of the aspect. So the person who is very kind of aspect meaning is he has a very good parami. Very good parami. So he already collect in the past life many parami. That kind of person we call in Pali swakari. Very well aspect. And then dwakari. Dwakari is a do akari. Do is a very difficult aspect. Do is a not two. Do is a two. Do is a he is a do akari. Not dwakari is a do akari combined dwakari. So separate do plus akari. Akari aspect do is very difficult. So very difficult aspect means that that person has little perfection, little parami. And then another pair is suvinyapaye. Suvinyapaye. Su means very well. Vinyapaye means translate easy ways. Suvinyapaye means very easy to teach. So some person very easy to teach, but some person very easy, very difficult to teach. So here, do vinyapaye is very difficult to teach. Buddha know in that way also. And then another pair is Babi. Babi is Babi is the chance to attain the enlightenment. A person who has chance to attain the enlightenment, Babi. So that person, the meaning is that Buddha teach them, they can understand easily to understand the Dharma, to understand the Four Noble Truth. That kind of person we call him Baba, Babi. And then opposite one is Ababi. Ababi is cannot understand. Cannot understand. Like Kosala. The king Kosala, very, the king Kosala is very friendship with the Buddha. King Kosala go to the Buddha and listen to many Dharma talk. In the Sanyutta Nikaya, Kosala Sanyutta, many Dharma talk, Buddha talk to the Kosala, but Kosala don't understand the noble truth. So Kosala is like Ababa. Ababa. But at the time Buddha teaching, the Buddha Kosala Sanyutta Mani Sutta, not for Kosala. Because the audience, the other person understands, so Buddha talk to them, for them, not for the Kosala. Kosala came is a very good person. So Satte Janadi. So different kind of living being, Buddha know. Satte Janadi. So Tasama Sat, Tasama Satsa, Tasama Asa. Tasama, therefore, for that reason, Asa, the Buddha, Satta Lokopi, Satta Lokopi, Satta Loka, the living being, the war, Sabata, all the way, we did all know. Yeah. So the meaning is Buddha knows Satta Loka also. Huh? Yeah. Sankhara Loka also. Sabata meaning is all the way, meaning is nothing left. The thing Buddha don't know, the thing what the Buddha don't know is nothing. Okay? So English translation here, but he know all beings, habits, he know their inherent tendency, know their temperament, know their band known as with the little dots on their eye, wisdom eye, and then with much dots on their wisdom eye, and with keen faculty and with dull faculty, with good behavior and a bad behavior, easy to teach and hard to teach. Hard to teach means very difficult to teach, and capable of the achievement to understand the Four Noble Truth, and incapable of the achievement to understand the Four Noble Truth. Therefore, all of this war of being was known to the Buddha in all ways. So that's why we call Buddha a Lokavidu, like this. So Lokavidu, you can practice meditation. Lokavidu like this. With the Buddha's special quality, you can get the strong concentration power. Okay. Okay, so we go to another one. Another last loka is Okasa loka, isn't it? So Yatacha Satta Loko, like a Satta loka. Ewan, like this, Okasa Lokopi. The wall of the location also, the meaning is Buddha understand. Buddha know very well. That's why we understand in the universe there's a 31 plane, isn't it? Without Buddha, we don't know. Without Buddha, we don't know that 31 exists in the universe. So Buddha mentioned, oh, there's only 31 exister in the universe. That's why we understand. Okasaloka or Buddha knows. So that's why Buddha we call Lokavitu. So loka here, three kind of loka. Sankhara loka, Satta loka, and Okasaloka. Okay. So Tata in that talking, Hisa, he is a. Hisa is he is a. He is it true? Isa is a Buddha. Isa means the Buddha. Ekam Chakawalan. Ekam Chakawalan is one kind of universe. One universe. Ekam Chakawalan, one universe. Ayamatocha. Ayamatocha means in land. In land. Ayamat, land. Length. In land. Vitara docha in width. Vitara is in width. In land and in width, Vitara docha yojanana. Yojana is a kind of the measurement at the Buddha time. But nowadays we didn't use, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, the measurements all the time changing, isn't it? Very interesting. In America, they use English measurement mile, not kilometer. But English country in the United Kingdom, they use a kilometer. They don't use a mile.
아니 원래 안
Yeah.
스키야.
Why? We don't know why. Very interesting.
And pound.
Yeah, very interesting. Because the English they did use mile measurement, but nowadays they didn't use only kilometer. But America, no English measurement, but they still use mile. So yojana is like kind of the measurement. Yeah, nowadays they say one yojana is equal to the 10 miles, approximately.
10 miles.
Yeah, 10 miles. So anyway, at the Buddha time, that kind of measurement, yojana, dwarasa, satta, sas, dwarasa, satta, sahasani. So three kind of the counting. Dwarasa is 12. Satta is 100. Sahasa is 1,000. So 1,200,000. So 1,200,000. 1 billion and 2 million. If you counting, so yojana kind of the measurement yojana is 1 billion and 2 million yojana. This is a kind of the one universe measurement in land and in width. So here, this is a land. This is a Ayamato land. In land is like this. And then Chatu Tensa Satani Cha. Chatu Tensa. Chatu is 4. Tensa is 30. Satta is 100. So 3400 Chatutisa Satani. 3400 means 3400, isn't it? 3400 means 3400. Yeah. And then Panyasanja Yojanani. Panyasa is 50. Panyasa. Panyasanja means 50 or so. Yojanani. The measurement. So this measurement we cannot, we don't know. Just very difficult to prove it. Huh? Yeah. If you have the jhana power, you can prove it with the jhana power only. But right now we go to the space with the spaceship and into the universe, but we don't know the measurement of the one universe how much. We cannot describe, isn't it? Now, even though nowadays. Anyway, so we go to Parikepato Pana. Parikepato meaning is Parikepa is like a cycle. Sabhan or Suttas Hasani Chatinsa Parimandana. So the universe, the cycle shape of the cycle is Satta Sahasani. Satta is 100, Sahasa is 1,000, 100,000. Chatinsa Parimandala. Chatinsa is 60. Chatinsa is 60. So Satta Sahasa Chatinsa, so 36, 100,000 meaning is 3 million. 3 million and 100,000.
6.
600,000. That kind of the cycle shape. Yeah. That's Chiwa Sahasani. Dasa is 10. Sahasa is 1,000, 10,000. 10,000 meaning is 1 million. Adudani Satani Ja. Adudani Satani meaning Sata is 100. Adudani meaning is 350. 350. So these measurement is according to the Yojana. Yojana. Kind of the measurement at the Buddha time. Okay, so that English translation is as the war also being also the war or location, the Buddha know very well in all aspects, in all way. For accordingly, this war measure as a follow. So one war spear that means a universe is 1200,000 league. League is a kind of the measurement yojana, and then 3450 league at this 1203450 in in breadth and in width. In width. In breadth means in land and width. In the circumferences, the measure is all round is 630,000, and then 10,000 in addition, 400 2 less half 100. That meaning is 350. So altogether is 3610350 league in these circumferences in the cycle shape. Around the cycle, if you measure, so you can get that kind of number in the universe. So it's a very difficult to. Yeah. Anyway, the Buddha know that's the kind of universe, but Buddha didn't mention many things about the universe because universe is not important. Universe, the Okasa Loka is not very, very important. The most important thing is Sankhara Loka. Sankhara Loka is very important for individual person. If they know that Loka, Sankhara Loka, you 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 reach the end of the Loka. End of the Loka means that you were free from suffering. That's why Buddha emphasized only Sankhara Loka. But little mention the other loka also, Satta loka and then Okasa loka as well. But even though Satta loka is we don't know all kind of living beings. So the universe more difficult, isn't it? So our universe here, body and mind. Only body and mind you understand, you reach the end of the loka and then you free from suffering. That's why. That's why Modi Day is playing many is Sankara Loka Buddha mentioned. Yeah. That's why in the Loida del Deity, the Buddha mentioned you cannot reach the end of the universe. Just you only here you can get the end. Okay, so today we will stop here because of the 4 o'clock. Today, Loka we do, you understand in that way. Loka we do Buddhas, we say Loka we do because of Loka is a 3 kind of Lokas. Buddha know in all way. Sankhara Loka, Satta Loka, Okasa Loka. So that's why the Buddhas we call Loka we do. So that kind of special quality of Buddha, you can practice meditation as well, isn't it? The more you in detail understanding that you many times you can practice in that way. Look how we do, look how we do, look how we do like this in your mind many times. Yeah, to contemplate like this, and then you will get the power of concentration. So after getting the power concentration, you can apply that power into the insight meditation vipassana. So you easily understand the nature of body and mind. So this is very important to practice the kind of Buddha nosati. Reflecting the special quality of Buddha is also very, very beneficial to practice insight meditation as well. Okay, so we stop here, and before stop lecture, we wish Buddha's teachings stay longer and longer in the universe. So please say Buddha Sasanam Chiyantate 2 and 3 times. Buddha Sasanam Chiyantate 2. Buddha Sasanam Chiyantate 2. Buddha Sasanam Chiyantate 2. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idami punya aswakayang wawotu. Idami punya nibbanasa pacayo hotu. Idami punya magapala nyanasa pacayo hotu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you. See you in next week. Have a good day. Bye bye.